Hey, how are you doing? Today I'm going to get back on the Saab 9.3. Going to clean it up a little bit, get it moved over to the other part of the shop and up on the lift, shuffle around a couple cars, and finally get this HVAC control unit installed is the plan. Getting pretty sick and tired of looking at that. So let's get right to the action and get this stuff done. Well, I apologize. It appears I wasn't recording when I removed this, but it's pretty simple. Sits in there like so. You got to get behind these clips here and here, but if you get on one side and you get both and you turn it sideways, pretty much will pop out. This cable hooks onto here, you just twist and it pops off. This clip right here goes to the bottom. You just pull this back a little bit, it'll slide right off. The other two clips, get behind, pry that part out, and they'll slide right off of there. Very simple. The one thing I'm not sure about yet is this piece right here, which appears to go right onto here. Like so, and operates from defrost, your feet, what level the air is going. It was just hanging out back there and it connects somewhere inside here. So I'm going to see if I can find that and get that working again. Grab my little O-light flashlight on my keychain. This thing is ridiculously cool for a tiny little keychain flashlight. I recommend everybody try one out. It's rechargeable. It's got the little port there, the C port. Comes with the charger. Got 2 levels of light. And it lasts for some pretty good time. I've used it for weeks and I've only had to charge it one time. So let's see what we can find. Okay. I'll go ahead and show you guys. See a little circle part back in there? This goes in there, and then somehow, while it all goes back together, I have to connect it to the controller. Okay, I just want to step in and show you real quick. I got the cable on there. The clip on the cable needs to go over here. I had to pull this out because I'm going to need to put my hand back behind here and guide this piece down into here. We can see that. Obviously the three electrical plugs go on the same way they came off, obviously. So right here, that works off this control. You can see it turn. Goes to the plunger back in there once I got it inserted. It's impossible to slide this whole thing in and get it all connected without having your hand behind there. So I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know if I'll be able to show much, but I'm going to attach you to the steering wheel and see what we can figure out. Went and got that put in off camera. Unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but it was virtually impossible to get my hand back here and put that piece in without removing this, which was real simple. Just 2 screws, one here and one here. One goes down here, the other one is right here. You have to open the glove box to get to. Keep in mind, I know I'm far from not detailing this thing. I'm just knocking a little bit of the dust off of it before I move it over to the other area of the shop. Alright, it's a new day. We're moving forward. Gonna get the Saab moved over to where the Maserati's at, get the Saab up on the lift, and hopefully figure out what's going on with this oil leak. But before that, I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with my headlight. Headlight on my Sierra here has been really dim on the driver's side headlight. Not sure what's going on. Hopefully I don't have to replace it, but if I do, I believe I have an extra one sitting around here because I've already replaced one. If it is out, I highly wouldn't recommend these. I'm going to leave a link in the description just so you know which ones not to buy if they're having problems. I've had them on for, say, about a year and a half, and I replaced one about 6 to 8 months in, and hopefully I'm not replacing another one already. I think I should be able to get at least over a year out of new headlights, and it doesn't seem to be the case so far. So we'll see what's going on there. Maybe I just didn't get it mounted in there good and it just kind of fell, because it kind of looks like it's in an angle. So that might be the problem. If that's the case, then it's not really necessarily the bulb's fault, and it would be my fault. Other than that, the fog lights that I have on this thing from Amazon, they've been lasting great. Never had a hiccup at all. And these are all 5000K LED bulbs, so they're super bright, and really been happy with the appearance of them. But I don't want to have to replace them every 6 months. So let's go ahead and get things moved around. Okay, let's see here. It appears that it was in the socket, so it's good or bad depending on how you look at it. Plug it back in and turn it on and see what happens. See if I can find another one and swap it out and see the difference. If you look at that side, it's really dim. That side's brighter. And that's kind of how it looks inside there. Looks like it's getting about half the light it should. See how that one looks. Oh, that is much brighter. So basically, I'm going to pop this one back in, but I am not super happy with the quality of these bulbs. This is my second set. Here's the other one that I already replaced. Maybe I'll see if I can return them. These are the brand or model of whatever lights these are. But like I said, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go on there and check out reviews and everything else. The light output on them is great, but I don't want to have to change them out every 6 months. I will leave a link for the fog lights because I highly recommend the fog lights I got. Definitely works now. Feeling accomplished for the day already. Now that I got the car all up on the lift, I'm gonna go ahead and pop off the wheels just because it's up there, at least the front wheels, just so we can look at the brakes. I already shook down the front and everything feels tight. Not related to the whole point of putting it on the lift. We're gonna lift it so we can try to find the leak. But obviously, to get in there better and get a better view, we're gonna have to take off some inside plastics and stuff like that, so might as well get the wheel out of the way. I don't know if you can see in there, but them brakes look brand new almost. Maybe not brand new because they're dirty, but there's a lot of pad left in there. We got oil everywhere. Got it down here. You can already see it on the floor. I'm gonna go ahead and rip apart some of these panels and get a better look under there. Using a little Torx bit, an 8mm. That's what it looks like. At least see what I'm seeing. I have no idea what I'm looking at yet, other than just oil absolutely everywhere. It is coming from up high. And it's covered everything. On the side, it might just be coming from up over the valve cover or something. If that's the case, that'd be gravy. While this is all up here, of course, we're gonna clean everything off as good as possible. It'll never, at least with me working on it, it's never going to look perfect, but it will look better. Sure, this thing's not dripping right now, which is weird. When this first popped up, it just dumped. And it does have oil in it. go ahead and lower it down and see if I can see something up there. I don't know if you realize it, but I'm using the camera right now to go back on. So hopefully I can get some views that I can't see with my eyes. I know darn well this thing does have a valve cover leak over on this side. There's oil all the way up to it. But I don't think the extreme version is necessarily coming from that. We also got leaks over by the oil cap, of course, and things along those lines, but I don't think that's our problem. So I think the first thing I'm going to do on this valve cover and replace the valve cover gasket, and then as I do that, I'm going to rip off the intake and I'll get a better view in there. So not really a whole lot accomplished here on this video, but at least we got it in here, we got it up. We'll move forward. Once I get it apart, I'll show you more, and then either way in the next video we'll change the valve cover gasket out, clean up the engine bay, do a little bit of degreasing, and go from there. That's gonna be it. Not a whole lot going on, obviously, in this video, but we're moving forward. Gonna get some gaskets ordered up, and maybe a lid for that overflow container that's missing. Go from there, and then we will tear back into it. Got to get a bunch of degreaser, clean that engine up, and hopefully while we're in there, we will find what's going on. Maybe it's just coming from the back corner of the valve cover. That would be great, but my luck is not normally that good. So we will move forward, and I will see you in the next one.